Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to Ed's Metal. We're going to make a little vise modification today. I'll show you what I got. I got this older Yost vise. Let me see, it's a Yost vise manufacturer. Excuse me, Holland, Michigan. It's a 32C. But I plan on using this got it mounted on a column. That's a cast iron base. It's fairly heavy, it don't move around, but I got it mounted. I plan on using it for my blacksmith work until I can locate a post vise. They pop up every now and then around here on Craigslist. But anyway, this vise has serrated jaws. As you can see, I already removed one jaw. Here's the one jaw that I've removed. Somebody modified it before me, but I'll try to put a picture in of this vise when I got it, and then before I restored it. But anyway, we got serrated jaws. I want to put smooth jaws on it because the serrations always mark up your work when you're sticking it in there to bend it or whatever while you're doing the blacksmithing. They're just held in with a couple 5/16 socket head screws, but anyway, go over here. They're a ½ inch. It's a ½ inch thick. I got some ½ inch material, but they're 4½ inches wide. All I got's 4 inches, so I'm gonna have to cut me a 4-inch piece and then try and slice off 1-inch pieces off each side of this. We'll then drill and counter bore these holes in here. But it's a good old vise, and I think it'll work for me for my blacksmithing, what little I do. I'm also going to remove these pipe jaws. This pin I had knocked out when I was doing the restoration, so they knock out of there and I can take them vise jaws out of there. Then I can put the vise jaws and the serrated jaws in a bag somewhere and save them if I ever want to find a post vise and want to get rid of this one. But anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna try to come over here and do all the cutting on my old little bandsaw here. It's like a Harbor Freight version, but this one I've had for years and years, and works good. Can't complain. I've cut a lot of metal on this. There's plenty of modifications that people do to these, but I haven't done anything to mine hardly. So anyway, I'll get set up here and we'll come back and do this cutting. Alrighty, well, we'll get our piece of 4-inch stock in here and slice us off a chunk 4½ inches long, I guess. Alrighty, we're on a mark here. I'm just going to give it a little shot of this Mystic Metal Mover down there as the blade runs. So I don't know, to cut these pieces, I'm gonna have to clamp it in there somehow to hold that so I can slice off them 1-inch pieces. then of course we'll have to set it up and bore or drill and counter bore our holes here. Probably ain't a whole lot to see this sawing, so we'll get her cut off, and then I'll bring you back when I get the setup to cut the longer pieces, 1-inch piece off of this stock. All right, we got our 4.5-inch chunk cut off there. Now we're going to cut these 1-inch strips. I got enough material to grab it back here, and I got a spacer in here, but it looks like it's got it grabbed pretty well, so we'll go ahead and slice this one off and see what we have to do to get the next one. I don't know if I have enough meat to flip it around and get the next one cut off, but again, put a little juice on here. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Mystic Metal or anything. Like I said before, everything in the shop I bought and paid for, so. Alrighty, we got one going. Let's see how that comes out. Like I said, I don't know if I have enough meat if I flip, and when I flip these around to grab this next one. Let's see how that works out. I may have to come up with some kind of clamp. Anyway, we'll be back. Alrighty, we're about here with our first slice off of this chunk. We'll get it off there, get it deburred, and see what we got. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, this is just a 4x1/2 hot roll steel, so nothing high tech here. I think it'll make okay jaws for doing my blacksmithing work here. But, get rid of them serrations anyway. Most of the post vise I've seen in my lifetime have smooth jaws on them. I don't know if they come that way or if they're all wore out that way. But we're going to have smooth jaws on this one before we're done here. So. It's coming. One thing with this saw, you have to have patience. If you're in production mode, you'd be losing money waiting for this saw to cut your materials. But it worked for me. I'm never in production mode. So, just hobby mode. And there we got her cut off. Get a jaw and see what it looks like. All right, get her wiped off here a little bit. Yeah, I might do it. All right, we'll flip this around and see how we can grab that other side we got to cut off. Might be a little trickier. Okay, we got her flipped around. We just barely got a grab on here. It looks square to my line. I used the first piece we cut off as a spacer back here to space the vise jaws on the So we're gonna let her rip, see what happens. I think I got lucky there to be able to grab that piece back there. That looks out a little better when you can clamp it with the jaws or have to put a clamp on there. I've seen people drill and tap the frame back here so you can use your like mill hold down to hold a piece in there, which is probably a good modification to make. I might have to do that someday, but I think we're on our way to getting this cut off. Alrighty, we got them set up in the end mill here. Take a couple quick cuts across there to even them out. They're just a little bit different height. So we're going to even them out here. I took 10 one, I'll go another 10. Looks like it's going to touch both of them now. The small mill, you gotta can't take big bites, especially the one of these shell mills on here cutting. Sneak up on it. Looks like you might have to maybe take one more small cut. Oh, I think it'll be close enough for a vise. This ain't no precision work here. Yeah, maybe one more cut across there. We'll go another 10. That's hitting both of them for sure now. Getting them evened out. Small shell mill on there. Like I said, nice gentle cuts using this LX329 mill. Looking good. Yeah, that's close enough. That'll work. All right, we got them just set in the vise after the milling to even them up. They came out really nice, I think. I left the factory hot roll edge of the metal on for the top. That makes it, gives it kind of maybe a factory look there. I don't know. But now all we got to do is get the holes located in here. And we'll have to measure them up and get that set and punch the holes and then counterbore these for them set screws that hold it in there, or socket head screws that hold them in there. So we'll get these laid out and get to drilling. Alrighty, we're gonna try to transfer these hole locations into our new smooth jaws we're building here. And I don't know, I've had these for years, but they're spotting, little spotting screws. I can't read this one very good, but they're Hyman Manufacturing Company out of Ohio. I don't know. These are really old. I don't know how if they're available. I imagine there might be something still available like this, but They come with 4 in the pack. They got a little point on them, so you can, this is how you get them in and out of the hole. But we're going to put them in these holes and then squeeze them jaws together and get them marked. Yeah, I acquired a old machinist toolbox a few years ago, a Gerstner box. I think I did a tour on that. It's got to be on my playlist somewhere. But anyway, these were in there from 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. So it's kind of a handy tool when you need them. I mean, it ain't something you use every day, but man, when you need them, it works out handy. Like for this, I suppose a guy could lay them out, but I wanted to try these anyway. All right, I put a red mark on the back jaw, and I got a red mark on here, so looks like we can maybe go in just a little bit. That might sit in there. Now, see if we can run these together and get a mark on them. And get everything lined up here. Satisfactory. Squeeze them together a little bit. That should be enough. We'll pull one out and see if we got a mark on it. Oh yeah. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, pretty good little mark right there and right there. Get the angle, the light right. See about this other one. Oh yeah, good mark on that one too. Cool, worked out. So anyway, that's them little spotting screws. Like I said, Hyman Manufacturing, Urbana, Ohio or something. They got to be older than the hills. Probably old as me, which is real old. Anyway, there you go. Good way to mark something like this. Anyway, here's that old Gerstner box that I was talking about. There is a video about this, so, but I just wanted to show you more of the, I got 5/8 11 up to 5/8 11, but you can read that. Thought you could read that a little better. Hyman Manufacturing Company, Urban, Ohio. But got a few extra spotters in here. Got a fine thread one here, but they really come in handy when you need them. Nice tool to pick up somewhere if you see any. Alrighty, now we got our got our holes marked. We're gonna do put a little spot on them, and we'll drill them out. Get this lined up here. Alrighty. Alright, we got a nice spot on all of them now. This drill bit's actually a size S. I don't know why it's an oddball size, but no fraction on one. One was too small and one was too big, so I went to the letter drills and got an S. I have to move you out of the way here. Got to lower the table here a little bit. Alrighty. Use my vacuum to get these chips out of the way. Kind of got to bounce it in there a little bit, let it self-center. Alright, got the holes drilled. Now we got to get them counterbored. I'll get set up and get that done. Alright, we're set up over here to counterbore them. What I did is I just used the drill bit to find my center on my hole there. Now I'll switch to an end mill. It's a 1/2 inch end mill. Let me see, we got to go, what's that say? 3025 deep. We'll go a little bit deeper than that. We'll make it 3.5 deep. We'll go 3.5 deep on that. So let's see if I can get this out of here without having to move the head. All right. 1/2 inch end mill. I don't know if you guys can see that, but hopefully this drill chuck will hold it good enough to do this counter bore. All right, we'll go down. We'll turn our depth gauge on. Okay, we got a 0 there. We're gonna go 0.350 deep. All right. Let's see what we got. Hope you guys can see that. Got that counter board. Oh yeah, that's plenty deep. Sorry about the shaking hitting that, but that's plenty deep. That'll work perfect. All right, we'll move it over and try and get the other one done now. Loosen up our gibs. Move the table over. Should be centered. I shouldn't have to go. There we go. Oh, heck, I'll have to re-zero every time after taking that bit out of there. Good thing I thought of that. Alrighty, here we go. We'll hit our 0 up here. And go to the 350 again. Sorry, my battery must be getting low. It disappeared on me there for a minute. Okay. Stop a little early on this one so I can get a map, so I can fix my dip, being that dial shut off. Yeah, we got a little more to go. Dang, dial shutting off messed me all up here. I gotta inch up on this one a little bit. Alrighty, there we go. Well, there we got our counter bores. The bolt in there, it's a little bit under the flush of the surface. All right, there's one down, one to go. I'll go ahead and get that done. Well, here we are back over to the vise. We got our smooth jaws all drill and counterbored. I, of course, deburred the holes all the way around, but all right, we'll see if they fit right here on live TV. So far, so good. Not too shabby. Using that spotter, the spotters was pretty handy. Saved a lot of measurement and layout. Not only that, you could line up the jaws in the vise ahead of time. You know, get them so they look like they belong together, put it that way. One bolt must have got pinched a little bit somewhere along the line. All right, see what they look like going together. Nice smooth jaws now. Now I won't be marring up my stuff that I got heated up and put in here to do bending or something. Like we lined up fairly well. I call this job a success. Might round these corners off just a little bit. Keep them from getting burred up, but anyway, that looks pretty good. Now we'll go ahead and knock out these pipe jaws in here. There's just a pin in there. I got to get a drift pin. Punch. This one I started to knock it out a little bit already. They're just a pin. Pin goes in there, holds these jaws in the pipe jaws in the vise. I'll knock this one out. They're just crimpled on the end. If you can see how that other crimpled on the end there. They come out. Alrighty, overall I think we got us a blacksmith vise until we can find a post vise probably, but got the good smooth jaws in here now. No more putting serrations in my stuff, and got the pipe jaws out of the middle of it so I can get a little more space in here to do a little bending. But what I'll do is I'll take these pipe jaws, the pins, and the two original jaws, I'll put them in a bag, mark them what they're for, so somewhere along the line if I have to switch back or I get it, that post vise, then I can convert this back to just a regular mechanics vise basically. So anyway, thanks for joining along. it's kind of neat little project that I wanted to get done, so I figured I'd take you guys along. And thanks a lot for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you will, and share it with somebody if you think they'd be interested. We'll see you on the next one.